حصرونا يعني من هنا دا أجيب له حليب وبامباز. والله ما أنا عارف من وين أجيب.
Very good evening to everyone. I, Shevar Suhair, the project leader of World's Teachers Parliament, Sri Lanka. Welcome all of you today from the different parts of the country on this international platform of World's Teachers Parliament, proudly organized by the International Association for Quality Education and partnered with Dr. Kalam International Foundation, parallel to the International Conference on Quality Education, which is going to be held in New Delhi, India from 26th till 30th, 2024. We are extremely honored and delightful to inform that we have joined hands with the National Child Protection Authority of Sri Lanka, who gives us academic guidance and consulting. The World's Teachers Parliament is an outstanding platform where we can discuss innovative educational solutions to some of the greatest global educational issues and share good practice to inform change and voice out opinions and views. I'm thrilled and honored to have all of you here today to learn and ponder on your views and best practices you will be sharing. So we as one family, collectively, let's get together and work for the process to ignite the spark in all of us and change the world. Child rights is a key factor to ensure quality of the education all over the world. World's Teachers Parliament gives more priority on child's right. The main theme which is on the exciting agenda of the World's Teachers Parliament is right to the child development, right to the child protection, right to the child participation, and right to the child survival. Today, on this platform, we are going to discuss and share our opinions on the right to the child's participation. I would like and take this great honor to invite our chief guest today, Ms. Shweta Singh. She is the mentor and the resource person for economics education. She is a STEAM specialist and founder, vice president of the Dr. Kalam International Foundation. To speak a few words and start our session. Over to you, Shweta ma'am.
Everybody, very good evening to all of you. Beautiful message by you, Shevar ma'am. And thank you for the lovely introduction. Very good evening to all members and viewers of this very unique World Teacher Parliament. I am delighted to be here on behalf of Dr. Kalam International Foundation. We at Dr. Kalam International Foundation are committed to filling the gaps in education and incorporating latest education policies and practices. We have trained hundreds of teachers in incorporating research methodology in teaching at the school level. So additionally, the students have also been trained in writing research papers, also leading to many schools starting dedicated research wings in their schools. It's very heartening to see such kinds of developments happening in the education scenario. We promote multidisciplinary STEAM-based teaching learning practices and have just finished one phase of a contest on designing innovative lesson plans. The journey continues. The International Conference on Quality Education, jointly organized by International Association for Quality Education Sri Lanka and Dr. Kalam International Foundation India, this month, May 26th to 30th in Delhi, has opened several possibilities for collective learning, collaborative learning for educators all across the world. World Teacher Parliament is one such possibility. This kind of a gathering of such esteemed presenters and members, it provides opportunities to meet, share our insights, create cohesive plans, work together effectively, and helps us to identify educational practices that consistently would help students to progress themselves, move ahead of themselves, and across all classrooms and all content areas across all countries. Because educational practices are applicable, innovativeness is applicable throughout the entire spectrum. Just, small little changes need to be done which suit our environment, and then we have it. So if we actually collaborate and share our best educational practices, it is a long way forward for all of us. So I'm grateful to the National Child Protection Authority Sri Lanka to provide support and guidance to this pertinent issue of protecting child rights to participation today. I look forward to hearing to all of our esteemed speakers. And again, I thank IAFQE for letting Dr. Kalam International Foundation give our contribution to this wonderful event. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shweta ma'am. It was just such an honor having you with us today. Thank you so much for being here. So she was our chief guest, Dr. Shweta ma'am. Right, now I would take this opportunity to invite each and every presenter here today to introduce themselves. Can we start from Ms. Mariam Shah? Ms. Mariam Shah?
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. This is Mariam Shah from Pakistan, and I'm representing Modern Age, my school.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, anyone else? Ms. Farah Salma?
Okay, good evening, everybody. I am Farah Salman. I am from Lucknow, India, and I'm representing Kumar's Global School, where I am a senior English teacher and also a deputy coordinator.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Shahzada Khurram?
Yes, this is Shahzada Khurram Iftikhar from Pakistan. Currently, I'm working as a lecturer in one of the prestigious institute, that is Lawrence College, Galimari. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Saranga Fonseca?
Hi, I'm Saranga Fonseca, representing Sri Lankan School Muscat. I am representing the Sri Lankan School in Oman.
Thank you so much. Miss Vanessa Frisky?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. And it's nice to see you all today. Lovely faces with loads of smile on your faces. no stress at all. So I'm from Sri Lanka, the principal of Beyond Learning International School. And this is my second time on this World Teachers Parliament online platform. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, can we have Sir Raju Ahmed?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. This is Raja Ahmed Khan. I'm from Bangladesh and I'm assistant English teacher of Abak Public School. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, can we call upon Miss Vidushini?
Hi, I'm Vidushini Karyakarana from Sri Lanka. I'm preschool academic head and a curriculum developer. So nice to see you all and to work with you all. So again, nice to see you all. Let's have a nice chat today.
Yes, Miss Srijana Shrestha.
Namaste and good evening, everyone. I'm Srijana Shrestha from Nepal, currently working as a teacher in Galaxy Public School. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, did we have all our presenters introduce themselves? Is anyone left out? All okay. Right. So, the much awaited time has come and we are going to start our session now. So, may I call upon our first presenter, Miss Vidushini. DS Vidushini Karyakarana. She is an early childhood consultant and a curriculum developer and academic head from Sri Lanka. Miss, can we have you on board? Miss Vidushini?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So I'm Vidushini here. So I'm from Sri Lanka. So this is my first time with you all in the World Teachers Parliament. It is great pleasure to be with you all and thank you for giving this chance to me. So today I'm here to emphasize the significance of the protection, the right of the children to participate. This means giving every child the opportunity to be involved and have their voice heard in decisions that affect them. So with my experience, I know the participation of children in their activities boosts their critical thinking, problem solving. So because I'm working with the kids, those who are in age 2.5 to age 5. So I have been working as a early childhood educator for 18 years. So I have experienced it. So as a curriculum developer, I have focused on giving them the chance, especially when I making the curriculum. Every time I gave them to involve to the activities what they do. So from them, I have experienced a lot their improvement in every side, the creativity side, and the way they think and how they face the problems and how they improve their critical thinking. So I feel like that it is a very important thing to give them a chance to involve their every activity. So that is my basic idea. Thank you. Ma'am. So I will talk little more.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
no,
I
we
will
had
talk
some.
little more. Yeah.
Okay, you can continue.
Yeah. Yeah. Till you come, I thought of talking a little more. So it is our responsibility to give children and make the environment inclusively to engage them and comfortable. We have to create them a comfortable environment to get involved. So give them the chance and see how they're improving. These days, they are with all all these technical equipments, right? So they are in our hand. It is our responsibility to give them the chance to become involved and develop themselves. So that is my opinion.
Thank you so much, Ms. Vidushini, on your insights and your tips on making the curriculum. So it was really valuable and we got to know some points on it. So now may I take the opportunity to invite our next presenter, Ms. Farah Salman. She is a head of the Department of English, Coors Global School from India. Ma'am, may we have you on board?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Okay, to begin with, I would like to thank everybody for the opportunity. And I think it's a great honor to be able to share this platform with all of you. The issue of that we are talking about, protecting the rights of the child to participation, is, in a sense, it's a complex issue because unlike the other rights of the child, which are part of the convention, this one has always been a little contentious. I'm sure all of you know that when all the member nations, almost all the member nations of UN ratified the Convention on Child Rights, that was 35 years ago. One major exception was the US. And one of their primary reasons for not ratifying it was this particular clause, the right of the child to be heard, which they were not comfortable with. They thought it would interfere with family life, that it would put pressure on the legislature, all kind of issues. And I think that in the 35 years that have passed, the world has taken this convention very seriously. We have worked very hard we have made laws, we have enforced those laws. We have tried very hard to protect children, to educate children, to save them from every pitfall. But when it comes to giving them a voice, perhaps we have not been as enthusiastic. Probably global leaders thought back when this convention was ratified, that all the rules that and the laws that they would make would have a positive impact on the life of every child. But somewhere our cultural beliefs get in the way of giving a child the right to express his or her opinion, even on issues that impact the child's entire life. Maybe we must say that governments have definitely done a lot ensuring the survival, the development, the safety of children. But Article 12, participation, not so much. There have been moves made and people have done things. Governments have initiatives, but they are few and far between. In my own country, some of the states have tried to involve children in local governance and making decisions. But then at the most foundational level, this is something that is not really happening. And I think this is something that is very important when it comes to the current scenario, because children today are not as children were 30, 40 years ago. Families are not the same, society is not the same. The whole environment in which children live today is not the same. So whereas once we had this idea of a child as a possession, a child who would not have an independent life outside of family, we can't really say that today. And so this issue of giving the child a voice assumes a lot of importance. most examples of child participation that we hear are regarding advocacy, children functioning under the umbrella of some civil society group, trying to make people aware, trying to champion some cause. And that's good enough. Of course, that is essential. What we can't say that what Greta Thunberg is doing is not relevant to the world. But then when we come down to the real issue of participation of every child, no matter which background the child comes from, I think in most countries of the world, particularly in our region, families think that they have a right to create a roadmap for the child and the child has to follow. Nobody really questions the child. Nobody encourages the child. Nobody gives the child an open space to express what they want out of life. So on all three levels, be it on the governmental level, on the institutional level, and the family level, we are actually depriving our children of a voice, even without realizing it. Almost all of us as educators, as parents, have had this experience of a child saying, I want this, and our natural instinct, no, that's not good for you. So this is something which is, I think, in my personal opinion, directly in conflict with what right to participation stands for. Because at the state or the government level, we say that parents and others, representatives, will decide what is good for the child. But then when laws concern a child, is it fair that we don't ask the child, we don't allow the child to voice any opinion there? At the school level, we make rules, we make changes, we make schedules. Do we ever involve children? Well, some of us may, but mostly that's not the norm. We make a rule and then we insist that the child follow it, and we don't really care very much whether the child likes it or doesn't like it, is comfortable with it or isn't. We just like the joy of saying, we told you not to do it. So either we're going to punish you or we're going to forgive you. It's our choice, but you don't have a choice there. So, of course, long-standing social structures teach us that, the child has to do what we tell the child to do. When it comes to choosing a career, when it comes to choosing a course of education, we have the same approach. We have a plan. We want our child, we face this when we have parent-teacher meetings. A parent comes and says, my child is going to study mathematics, my child is going to study physics, my child is going to be an engineer, my child is going to be a doctor. The child is in middle school, but the parent has already made a plan. Who cares what the child wants? Are they asking, are they even allowing the child to think beyond this? When the baby is born in India, we give it free options. You'll be a civil servant, you'll be a doctor, you'll be an engineer, and your future ends there. We are not interested if you want to do something else. So I'm sure, yes, there is a resonance to that in other countries in the neighborhood. We do have that kind of approach. So it's I can only suggest on a very personal level that at all three levels, there are ways. We can come up with ways to give every child a voice, or at least to give them a representation, especially today. Today's children who know more about technology than we do, who can anticipate the future better than we can, who have access to information that we were denied when we were kids. There was so much about the world that we were not told. It was said, okay, you're a child, you don't need to know this. But now children can access everything. They can know whatever is going on all around the world. So why should we treat them like they don't know anything and they don't have a right to express an opinion? They also have the means to share with the whole world what they think and feel. So why can we not make them responsible influencers, people who can share the right things with the world? And how do we make somebody responsible without giving them responsibility? So that voice, the right to be heard, also equals the responsibility to say the right things, to be heard by people saying what needs to be said, to have an open space to think, to have independent thought instead of simply doing what you're told to do, also trying to put in some kind of input about what you want to do. And that, I think, is what the right to participation means in today's context. I would just like everybody as an educator and as a parent present here to think about it a little, reflect on it, and do share your feedback on my views. I would love to hear from all of you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your views and opinions were on the child participation were marvelous, realistic, and spellbound. So, ma'am, you told one highlight of today that children of today are not children who were earlier, 30, 40 years ago. So I really do agree, because this is where, you know, some kind of this generation gap is coming in between. Right, and we always talk about child participation, but when it comes to, you know, talking about their views and opinions, we never entertain that. So that really needs a change. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful contribution to this topic. So here I call upon our next presenter, Miss Mariam Shah. She is the academic coordinator of Modern Age School System, Pakistan. Miss Mariam.
Hello, everybody. I hope I'm audible and
Yes,
clear.
yes, you are.
Okay, so hello once again to each and all present here, esteemed members of all the organizations. Good evening. As I'm already introduced, my name is Mariam Shah, and I'm genuinely thrilled to represent my country and my school on such a global front where wonderful people from all around the world have joined us. I'm proudly representing my country, Pakistan, and my school, Modern Age. It is genuinely a privilege for me to share my perspective on a topic which is of such paramount importance, protecting the rights of the child in participation. This topic, it does contain like heavy words like protection, rights, participation. So bifurcating it, when we speak of to inclusion or making child part of something, it goes beyond that. Like Ma'am Farha said, participation, it actually means that we are empowering children with a voice. And that voice is very important, especially for today's generation. Because of that, they're going to have a vision. And because of that vision, they're going to have the opportunity which would help them pursue their dream. So it is actually about recognizing their inherent worth, which isn't within them, and ensuring that their voices are heard through different ways. So now coming towards the right part of it, which is very important and very significant, knowing that participation, when you're talking about this, it's not just a privilege. It is each and every child's right. So I think so. I truly feel that every child, whether they are going to school or not, at whatever level, at whatever stage, they deserve this opportunity to participate fully in whether it's living life, it's the educational process, it can be exploring their talents, and they can contribute to communities in amazing ways. So all the educators that are present here, I truly believe that it is our responsibility that we safeguard this right. By all we can do is we can ensure that they have access to all the opportunities that are present there. Coming down to what my country is actually offering for it, Pakistan has taken a few steps to protect the rights of children to participate. The first one I could say is that they did ratify the United Nations Conventions on the Right of UNCRC back in 1990, which was actually a demonstration to its commitment to, empowering each and every child. On government level, there are efforts being made, especially when it comes to, each child's participation in educational process and learning. So we have few plans, for example, like EFA, Education for All program made at government level. But it's again, as educators, it is our responsibility to ensure that every child is getting that. Youth, as you know, of today, they are making, they are trying their best, taking initiatives. And even at government level, we are trying our best so that they participate in the decision-making process and, community development activities. And whatever we can do, we are trying our best to do that. Specifically talking about the practices at my school, which is Modern Age School System, we are actually committed to foster a culture of participation. Our school, everybody involved in it, they genuinely believe that, the only approach to student well-being and student achievement is the holistic development of the student. The most important skill that we have for 21st century is collaboration. Equivalence, it gives equal importance to participation and then collaboration. And we believe in that, learning from each other, like of such a platform like today. You can learn a lot more than you can if you can just, do it by yourself. So whether it's at inter-school level, at national level, or even at international level, we celebrate student achievement and student well-being. So if I look at it, this topic from an empirical point of view, if there is any empirical evidence related to it, so I would say that there is a strong correlation between active participation of students, whether it's any activity, any event, anything at all, and their overall academic performances, their social skills. You just name it. You name a skill and, it can be developed wonderfully through this. So this was about it. I truly believe that, we as educators, we as people who will be, inshallah, raising a good generation for tomorrow, we can put in, whatever we can from the best on our part. Rest, I'm deeply, deeply grateful to the International Association for Quality Education for providing me this platform where I could actually amplify my voice and a voice of so many from my country and exchange ideas on such wonderful and critical issues that we really need to look into. It was an honor for me to be part of this conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Mariam. So your ideas and your views were really fabulous. Thank you so much for being here today. So we would
You're
like to
welcome,
invite our next presenter, Miss Srijana Shrestha. She's a teacher from Nepal. Miss Srijana, can we have you here on board?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. So namaste and good evening once again to all the people, teachers, all the special people from having lots of knowledge and experience from all around the world. It's a privilege to be a part of the World's Teachers Parliament and also to share my opinion and views as a participant, as also like participation on rights of the child to participation. So children are not merely passive recipient of care or protection. They are also individuals who have thoughts, feelings, and ideas deserving of respect and inclusion in matters that affect them. So participation is not just a nice add-on to child's right, but it's at the core of ensuring that holistic development and well-being. When children are empowered to participate in decisions that impact their lives, they gain a sense of ownership and responsibility. Moreover, their unique perspective often unveil insights and solutions that adults might overlook. So as I'm a teacher and I work closely with the students, I include the right of participation in my classroom in a very simple manner, because outside of the school's premises or the classroom, I might not have much power, but inside the classroom, I have the power to engage my students to learn, to participating and asking questions, as in listening to their opinions, views, having conversations, sharing, knowing what is there to learn from. As the classroom is merely not a space for imparting knowledge, but also a place where children learn essential skills, develop their identities, and shape their future. So central to this process is the active involvement of children. So it emphasizes that children have the right to express their views freely and have those views considered in matters that affect them, including their education. In order to creating a learning environment that truly respects and upholds the rights of the child, we must prioritize their participation in the classroom. This means more than just allowing the children to speak up. It requires a fundamental shift in the way we approach education. It means recognizing children as active agents in their own learning process, capable of contributing unique perspective, ideas, and solutions. As I said before, when they actively involved in decision making, they are more engaged, they're more motivated, they're more invested on it, and it also develops critical thinking. They learn to respect diverse viewpoints and take ownership of their learning journey. So how do I, as a teacher, ensure that the right of the child to participation are upheld in my classroom? Starting with creating opportunities for children to voice their opinion, share their experiences, contribute to the discussions about their learning. I seek out your students' output when designing lesson plans, setting classroom rules, and addressing issues that arise during the school day. Also, classrooms are structured in a way that promotes collaboration, cooperation, and peer-to-peer learning, group project, collaborative problem-solving skills, and student-led initiatives are just a few examples of how I try to empower my children to take an active role in education. Furthermore, it is also essential to create a culture of respect and mutual understanding within the classroom where every voice is valued and heard. That means fostering open communication, practicing active listening, and encouraging empathy and compassion among students. By creating a safe and supportive space for children to express themselves, I try to empower them to become confident, responsible, and engaged learners. At the end, the right of the child to participation in the classroom are not just aspirational ideas. They are essential principles that lie at the heart of quality education. By prioritizing child's participation, we not only uphold their fundamental rights, but also foster a culture of learning that is inclusive, empowering, and transformative. Our creating classroom where every child has the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potentials. As today's children are tomorrow's leaders, and I try to work on the grassroots level where I can, as I said, help our children to participate, which they can carry forward in the years ahead when they grow up to be an adult or they grow to the senior level. They also look forward to listening to the younger ones, empowering them and giving them opportunities to share their views and opinions, which slowly will eliminate the concept of a young child questioning and having the grudge of doubt where that a child is asking a question, is that even right? So when that concept starts to eliminate, the right to participation will be more appreciated and children will be more enthusiastic as their opinions, their views will not only be seen and heard, but it will also be respected by everybody. So with this, I would like to thank everyone for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you. I don't know what it is.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your best practices. So your ideas were really awesome because I felt that you have directly involved children to participate, to give justice to the right to the child participation. So superb, wonderful approach, ma'am. And also one more point you spoke about the holistic development. So I also do agree that children, instead of, stress on one, you have to have a holistic approach where the child is like, gets a total development, like cognitive, social, emotional. So it's, he's a fully developed child. So well done, man. Thank you so much. So I would like to take this opportunity to call our next presenter, Miss Saranga Fonseca. She is the head of English department from Sri Lankan School of Muscat, Oman. Miss Saranga.
Good evening. I hope I am audible.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Suhair, and wishing all the presenters and organizers a very good evening. I am representing the Sri Lankan school mascot in Sultanate of Oman, and I would like to share my findings and thoughts on this valuable topic, child's right to participation. And Oman, I will be enlightening you about how we in Oman had taken the initiative in including this child's right for participation in our schools and curriculum. So first of all, according to UNICEF, if we talk about what is children's right to participation, it's clearly described as children are members of the society. They may be small in size, but they fully have the right to freely express their thoughts, views, and opinions. And they can participate in society, particularly in the areas affecting them. And it also mentions that their voices must be heard, seriously taken into account in line with their age and maturity. So what is child's participation? It's important for us to understand as child participation means that children can discuss and co-decide on all matters that affect them, like family, school, and community matters, as well as government policies and legal policies. It means that their voices are being heard. So why is child participation important? Child participation is positive for the development of the children and the youth. It also increases self-esteem and self-belief. Child participation has a positive impact on the community engagement, and they have the right to access information. So what does child participation involve? It involves appreciating the value of children's knowledge, adults sharing their experiences and skills with the children, and definitely learning from children. And child participation also involves in helping the children understand what their rights are and what their responsibilities are, and do share the authority with the children. As I discussed earlier, the benefits of child participation is immeasurable. It enhances their decision-making skill, makes them feel valued and respected, and it helps them to achieve better outcomes in their lives. There are various types of child participation if we research. And the first one would be child-led initiatives. Many of the previous presenters spoke about how the children can be encouraged to take the roles of responsibility and teach them how to make decisions for themselves. Also, informing and consulting would be another way the child participation can be improved, where the children are given the opportunity to provide their suggestions as well as their opinions. The third one would be campaigning and advocacy, where the children are given the opportunity to get involved in public speaking, media campaigns, community outreach programs, where they can provide and support, raise awareness. And creative expression. In the 21st century, the children, the present generation is full of creativity. So through music, theater, visual arts, and even digital media, we can allow them to express themselves through creativity. Moving on to the context of Oman, how Oman has taken this right, child's right to participate. I am happy to inform all my fellow presenters. The right to participation is taken seriously by the government. It provides the children a voice to express in accordance with the rights of others, public order and morals, and national security, as well as the right to have the full opportunity to formulate views. Moving on to my school, where I represent Sri Lankan school mascot, I would like to inform you a few things about the school. The school is a community school with 35 years of history. It was initially started to educate the children of the expats of Sri Lanka. But now, the end of 35-year career, the school houses 70 nationalities. Every year, the school calendar is filled with events for the students to participate, educate, and make connections with. Some of the such events are like inter-house athletic meet, drama, debate competitions, concerts, music competitions, etc. Not only that, there are various clubs that students can participate, like Girl Guiding, Scouting, Gavel Club, Chess Club, likewise. One of the specialty in these clubs and societies and the events is that there is no limitation for the students to participate. And all the students from grade 1 to the time that they leave the school, they are highly encouraged to take part in any number of activities and empower themselves with the various skill sets. Let me take you all through a visual tour of some of the activities conducted by our school. Starting from taking part in various athletic and field events under a range of age categories, students are encouraged to take part in cricket, basketball, like team games. Also, they take part in drama, debate, singing, dancing, while all the programs of the school are hosted only by the students. Various activities are also organized in class, and other leadership activities are also organized for the students to participate. So as an educator, I would also suggest that children are the world's most valuable resource, and it is our duty to empower them with the right to participate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your benefits, which you said that are immeasurable. So I really do agree that there were a lot of benefits which were indeed immeasurable. And your voice was really clearly voiced out on those benefits. And I also agree, ma'am, that you said that, some benefits like public speaking and some awareness programs will really make them to, involve in this child participation. And also, we are very happy to know that your country, Oman, has also taken the child participation into a serious note. And thanks, ma'am, for your wonderful tour. You took us through your school, and we got to see the multi-talented children and their activities. And thank you so much, ma'am, again for being here on this Parliament session. So now I would like to invite our next presenter, Shahzada Khurram Iftikhar. He is a lecturer in biological sciences from Pakistan. Sir, can we have you now? Sir, can you unmute? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you to all of the presenters. They were very good points. And what I am saying, I am just I have got an opportunity to express myself. Well, my name is Shahzada Khurram Iftikhar, and I'm come to you from the culturally rich nation, Pakistan. So for the past 8 years, I have been teaching in different institutes of Pakistan, but currently I am teaching at Lawrence College, uh, renowned institution with a long standing legacy of academic excellence. Uh, so as an educator, I have dedicated myself to not only imparting knowledge, but also to instilling in my students a deep sense of responsibility towards society, particularly in safeguarding the rights and well-being of our children. Uh, Throughout my career, I have witnessed actual transformative power of education in shaping the future of our youth. So it's my firm belief that by fostering a culture of empathy, awareness, and proactive intervention, we can create safer and more nurturing environment for our children to thrive. So with that in mind, I'm deeply honored to address you today on the very vital topic of the child participation. Uh, I'm not going into the problems and what are the problems we see in the classrooms or something. I'm not going to that. but I am going towards that why child participation matters. The first question is that why child participation matters. So children, if we see that the students or children that we have that we are dealing with, their participation is not merely a privilege. It is a fundamental aspect of their education journey. Uh, Students by active participation, first of all, we should know that students should actively participate. Active participation always empowers students by giving them a voice in decisions that affect their learning environment and fostering a sense of ownership. With that, when students are actively engaged in their education, they become more invested in the learning process, leading to improved academic outcomes and their also holistic development. With that, if there is an active participation, each student bring you a unique experience and insight to the table. Uh, by encouraging participation, we can ensure that uh, there may be very diverse viewpoints are heard and valued. Uh, Other than that, when students are actively participating, their decision-making power also increases or boosted. So by participating in this decision-making process, students learn valuable skill, such as we in this college where I am teaching in Lawrence College, we are practicing 4 C's in our curriculum. That is critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. All these courses are implemented here, and we are using that efficiently. And you know that when students are actively participating, there are different activities that are uh, arranged in every institute, and especially when I talk about our college, we have a calendar here and we had organized different sort of activities. For example, there are different debate competitions, the bilingual debate competitions, there is the drama competition, uh, singing competition, other practices likewise games, uh, PT practices, basketball, cricket, football. There are different sort of games. So that shows the active participation of the students. So by participation, we can say that we can boost their critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and preparing them to be active and informed citizen in the society. Now, that was about the students engagement. Now other thing is, what can we do, or what our strategies to increase the students participation? What will be our strategies? So I'm going to talk about that. So when we talk about the student voice, every teacher should respect the student's voice, upholding the principle that students have the right to express their opinion and ideas freely, without fear of discrimination. So I think we should respect the student voice. Secondly, we have to include students in decision making also. That can ensure the students, ensuring that students are included in decision making process that are related to their education, such as likewise curriculum development, likewise extracurricular activities, not only to curriculum development, towards the syllabus, but for extracurricular activities, you can involve the students so that their decision making power can boost and their active participation can be shown. Uh, then providing information to the students, educating students about their rights, that they should know their rights and the importance of participation. They should also know that, and empowering them to educate for themselves and for the others. And also that point is very much important, creating safe and sportive environment for the students. So as establishing school climates where students feel safe, respected, and valued, enabling them to express themselves authentically. Then we, being a teacher, we should also do some training. So the training should be there. In our college, we organize the training sessions in February. So that are very beneficial. Because it had boosted our different teaching techniques, and it has boosted our handling the students. So providing professional development opportunities for the teachers on effective strategies for promoting student participation, it should be there. So I think training is must for educators. Then there should be a feedback mechanism, should be there, that you should take the feedback from the students of what is there is that you are doing that activity, or you are doing or you are practicing student participation, so is it beneficial or not? So there would be a feedback mechanism. So implementing the system for gathering feedback from students to their educational experience. Then you should address the barriers. For example, the language barrier also come in the classrooms. The culture difference also come in the classrooms. So all we have to take it with ourselves, and there should be no discrimination of that. Then we should collaborate with different student groups, uh, different groups that are, I think so, okay, they are strong, or they show that they can participate in every activity. So we should encourage them so that they can also involve their other peers. So by that, I think these are the points from my side. That was just I was not going into the problems. Uh, I'm recalling the famous saying of Nelson Mandela. He said that there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. Indeed, how we protect and nurture our children speaks volume about the values we hold. So I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to have shared my insight with you. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for arranging today's session on such a crucial topic. Uh, Once again, thank you for all the listening fellows and for unwavering dedication to this important mission. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sir Khurram. So your opinions and ideas were really very informative and really fantastic. So you spoke about some, eye-catchy views like empathy, building a child's empathy, which is really important. So they will be able to, I think, get into the boots of others and think about the others. So that was a really good approach. So why child participation matters? So that was kind of a, as you said, a fundamental aspect in the education journey. So it has to run. And so one more thing which I really wanted to highlight was you spoke about the 4 C's. So when we talk about the 4 C's, it is like communication, the creative skills, the collaboration, and the critical thinking skills. So I think this is where the child will be using as the 21st century skills, which drives them to make them prepare for the future. So, and also you gave us very good strategies on active participation and decision-making power. So thank you so much, sir, for being here and enlightening us with your knowledgeable ideas.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So I would like to call upon our next presenter, Ms. Raju Ahmad Khan. Mr. Raju Ahmad Khan. He is the Assistant English Teacher, EBAC Public School, Bangladesh. Mr. Raju? can you unmute your mic, sir?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your patience, and thank you, ma'am, for giving me chance. And now I'd like to talk about the rights of the children first. Actually, we here are talking about the protection of the rights of participation of the children. At first, we have the know the rights of the children, then we can protect them, right? Sorry, interruption here.
Sir Raju? Sir Raju Khan? Is your connection okay?
Sorry, not the next speaker.
Okay. Okay, so we will have our next presenter. I will invite my next presenter, Miss Vanessa Friskin. She's a principal of Beyond Learning International School, Sri Lanka. Miss Vanessa, can we have you here now?
Whom do you want to be when you grow up, son? But my friend want to be a doctor. But I want to be a dancer. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure, I'm okay. You want to be a dancer, I'm happy with it. So I thought of starting the session with a different way rather than, just talking. And it is right to participation of children. And this is my son. So by the way, son, thank you. And I think before going to school, we should start this, from home, from parenting. So in our school, in Beyond Learning International School, Sri Lanka, we always educate parents to help, we help them to, engage children in different activities at home and especially in decision taking and make children valued and, make them active participants in decision takings and, in different events that are scheduled in family wise. So, and then when it comes to school, actually, it is a main role for teachers to, and as principals, to educate parents on this matter, to let them make their children feel valued at home, especially in decision taking. And imagine a world where children have a seat at the table when decisions are made that directly impact their lives, as I did so just now. And how would our communities, our policies, and our future change if we truly listened to the voices of our younger citizens? So good evening, esteemed guests and all the speakers who are participated here today once again. Today we gather to invention a world where the voices of our children are not only heard, but valued in the decision-making processes that shape their lives. As we embark on this journey of exploration and dialogue, I invite each of you to join me in reflecting on the transformative potential of empowering our younger citizens. Imagine a community where children are not merely bystanders to the decisions that impact their education, health, and well-being, but active participants in shaping policies that affect them directly. Picture society where their perceptives, insights, and dreams are not only acknowledged, but integrated into the fabric of governance and social progress. In this imagined world, our policies would be more inclusive, our solutions more holistic, and our future more sustainable. By fostering a culture of listening and collaboration, we would not only nurture the agency and confidence of our children, but also cultivate a deeper sense of empathy, understanding, and shared responsibility among all members and society. Yet, as we gather here, today we must confront the reality that this vision remains elusive for far too many children around the world. Despite the recognition of children's rights in international treaties and conventions, countless barriers continue to hinder their meaningful participation in decision-making process, like I did just now. So today, as we embark on this critical conversation, let us reaffirm our collective dedication to the principles of equity, inclusion, and social justice. Let us commit ourselves to building a world where every child has the opportunity to thrive, contribute, and lead. Together, let us dare to imagine a world where children not only have a seat at the table, but are welcomed as indispensable partners in creating a brighter, more hopeful future for us all. To conclude my session, I would like to leave you with these final words. Everyone's voice matters. So thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Vinesa, with your, I thank you so much for your innovative ideas, and your ideas were like, something like an eye-opener for us. So now we have come to an end. I think Mr. Raju sir, are you okay with your connection? I think he's facing some technical issues. So now I would like to invite our chief guest, Shweta ma'am. Ma'am Shweta, are you there? Yes, ma'am. So we would like to get a feedback from you regarding this session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I heard everybody with the utmost attention, and I was very impressed, I must say, that first of all, that this issue of child participation is catching the attention of everybody. Because there are some things that we feel that there should be, or we keep in our minds that it's not there. Yes, this is a problem. But when everybody is talking about it, discussing it, sharing views, knowledge, and practices, and also sharing what is happening in whose country and in what way, then it really opens up so many possibilities and much greater introspection about the topic. And I'm really happy that this has happened today. And of course, I would take all these thoughts to bed when I end this session, and I would be thinking about it. And that is objective achieved, I think. So thank you so much again for inviting me to hear the views of all my educator fraternity. Really glad and honored to be with you all. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am, you're really right. So the views were something like, injection today. So it was really realistic. So thank you, ma'am, for your feedback. So I would like to invite our presenters with their valuable feedbacks. So can we have Vanessa, Miss Vanessa, with your feedback?
Yeah, thank you, Miss. And Miss Veda, nice to see you. It's the first time I'm seeing you on this online platform. And I think like last time, we gained lots of knowledge about this right to participation. And I'm happy my son was online. I just thought of, trying something new rather than just looking at you and talking, just to participate him as well. So I'm happy. Thank you. So let's come together, all of us, and we'll get together and safeguard the rights of children worldwide. We'll hold hands and we'll work together and we'll safeguard the rights of the children worldwide. So thank you, sir, and thank you everyone for giving us this online platform as a huge opportunity to meet you all from different countries. Lovely. It's really lovely to see you all, smiling on this platform, after working the whole day and coming and sitting here, talking about these type of, it's not a stress at all by seeing you all smiling and, sharing things. So thank you once again and good night. God bless you all.
So can we have Miss Saranga Fonseca with the feedback for today? How do you feel, ma'am?
Yes, actually, this is my first time taking part in this platform. I am honored to be a part of this educators fraternity to share my thoughts and listen to so many other speakers, presenters, ideas. I've learned a lot today. I hope we all will incorporate these in our day-to-day lives, in our schools. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for organizing these kind of sessions and looking forward. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So can we have Miss Farah Salman? What's your feedback, ma'am? How was it today?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay. So first of all, of course, Vanessa ma'am's beautiful smile has really made a hard day. It was a hard day. We started out at like 7:15 in the morning and we are still working. But it was wonderful and I love listening to everybody. And I'm glad that most of us are on the same page. And it's like we had and I really liked hearing the way people are incorporating giving a voice to their students into their classroom teaching. Yes, I do that too. I ask them simple questions like, do you want to do prose or poetry today or whatever? But then, yes, small choices, but yes, we try to integrate that. And I think that is step one. So we should all keep working and keep trying to change mindsets. And it was amazing listening to all of you. Hope to have another opportunity soon. And good night, everybody.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, Miss Vidushini, can we have your feedback?
Yeah, Sweta ma'am, it's nice to see you in this online platform. So we gathered here to talk about the protect the rights of children's participation. So as a curriculum developer, even I got lots of ideas. I have lots of best practices to share. So I got lots of ideas from all of you from all your countries. Let's hold our hands. If we hold our hand, especially if we as educated, if we hold our hands to change the world, we can do something. We can do something. We are the people who can change the world. I know it. because I have experienced it. Because when I make the curriculums for the small kids, I always focus on this. So I have experienced it. We can do it. So we learn. In my personal opinion, I learned lots from you. Now, for Sri Lanka, I took lots of ideas from you. So I think if we hold our hands like this, tomorrow will be a nice place to our all children. Thank you, all of you, and thank you everyone giving this platform. So let's share lots our best practices. We'll keep on doing this kind of discussions, activities. Then we as educators, we can change the world on behalf of our kids. Thank you again. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Vidoshini. Yes, Sir Khurram, Shahzada Khurram, can we have your views and feedback?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm feeling honored after participating in a session that is focused on such an important topic like child participation right is entirely understandable. So it reflects, I think, your recognition of the significance of the subject matter and your commitment to promoting the right and well-being of the children. Your enthusiasm and dedication are commendable, and I'm sure your engagement will have a positive impact. Secondly, ma'am, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to all the participants which were there. It was an enlightening and thought-provoking discussion that provided valuable insights into the importance of empowering children to participate in decision-making process. And also, I appreciated how there was a clear and comprehensive explanation of why child participation matters and its significance in promoting children's rights and well-being. That was a very valuable session for me. I have learned a lot of things from very experienced educators. Overall, today's session was incredibly valuable. So I feel better now. I feel better equipped to support child participation rights in my personal and professional life. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much, sir, for your fantastic feedback. Could we invite Ma'am Mariam Shah for her feedback? Ma'am Mariam?
Okay, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
do not have a very stable internet connection, so well, thank you so much for making me part of
Ma'am,
such
could you on
enriching.
your camera if it is possible? Will
Okay.
it affect your
Yes,
connection?
of course, of course. 1 second.
Okay, okay.
Let me know if I am visible to you as well. Is
Okay.
it fine? Is it fine?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, yes.
Okay, so the invaluable insights that you all shared, I'm sure they will undoubtedly find their ways into our daily practices, and they will definitely enrich the lives of countless students that all of us deal every day. And thank you, everybody, all of you, those who are here, for sharing your amazing wisdom and the contribution and your amazing ideas. On this note, I would like to end that. Let us reaffirm our commitment to protecting the right of each and every child, where participation is just not encouraged, but it is celebrated on each front. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your feedback.
You're welcome, ma'am.
So I hope I have not missed on any of the presenters for giving their feedback. Yes. So thank you so much, everyone. I, Shevar Suhail, the project leader of the World's Teachers Parliament, on behalf of the International Association for Quality Education, first of all, extend my most sincere thanks to all of you for making this today's event a resounding success. Indeed, today we are like one family, one motive, and one goal. even though we are from different countries. This is the spirit and the motivation, and we should all keep this ignited. I take immense pleasure in extending my sincere thanks to Ma'am Shweta Singh, who was our chief guest for today, who had made her presence today in this occasion and made it more vibrant and festive. I also take my opportunity to give thanks to our director, Ms. Shanika Maralgoda, Ma'am Shanika Maralgoda, who is the director of the National Child Protection Authority, and our chairman, Mr. Uday Kumara Amarasinghe, who is our chairman of National Child Protection Authority. And I also thank my partner and leader, Ms. Miriam Afonso, and last but not the least, our president of the International Association for Quality Education, Mr. Janaka Kamalgoda, who never discriminate night or day. He is like a strong pillar and a backbone to this occasion. Thank you so much, sir, for setting this platform and making us and inviting us to view our opinions. Thank you so much. So this is a bye from me. Good night, everyone. Have a nice weekend.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.